expect them to come through here and really take it to the Chanticleers and push them back on their heels. But the Shots come in, 4-game winning streak, and they are on top here heading into the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. And just looking at some of the first half stats, Coastal with 8 shots and HighPoint with 5. Coastal 4 shots on goal to HighPoint's 1 shot. And HighPoint has 2 corner kicks to Coastal's 1. Again, that 1 goal for the Shants came in the 29th minute. It was Casey Kelly laying out, heading it on torpedo action, assisted by Christina Stern. And have a whole nother half of soccer to play. This should get interesting. Talked about how Coastal had a lot of the possession, but still 5 shots on goal for HighPoint, not bad. Just 3 less than what the Shants have done. And we've seen what their forwards can do. They're awesome up front. They're very quick. At the same time, they're powerful. So I'll be interested to see what halftime adjustments HighPoint made, and that's something going into this game we might not have thought of. HighPoint making halftime adjustments instead of the Shants.
Yeah, I mean, the Chanticleers were really, I thought, the aggressor in the first half. They made the plays they had to, and boy, it could be a lot worse than just 1-0 right now. We're talking off the air. Is now here Whitaker with a little bit of a run for HighPoint. A shot on net. Spencer is there, and a great save by her to calmly pick that one out of the air. The shot comes from HighPoint's Becca Hemby, a tremendous goal scorer for this squad as well.
This game is going to get interesting, and the reason I say is, did you see HighPoint's bench? As that ball went towards the frame, they got up and they were excited. Once this game starts, this clock starts counting down, it's going to be some great soccer here in Conway. Intense.
Good play that time by Camille Christie, looking to the left side for Day. Header on, and that one is going to be played a little bit awkwardly that time by the new goalkeeper, Ryan, as HighPoint now sends in Jessie May, a junior goalkeeper from Danville, California, 5'9". She stands between the pipes. And checking in here for Cocklereese, who we talked about it, a little bit shaky in that first half. Had given up some rebounds, had left her post a number of times, giving the Chanticleers a couple of opportunities that, unfortunately for the Chanticleers, they were unable to bang them home.
Absolutely, and I don't want to be the guy that has to mention this, but hopefully Coastal found some shade at halftime because it is hot out here. The sun is strong. HighPoint with the all-white, Coastal with the all-black. You have to keep an eye on it and see if it affects them down the stretch.
As now the Chanticleers here with Christina Stern playing deep, have back defensively, and now forcing it right back upfield, heading towards the midfield circle. Spins around the defender. Good tap off that time to Camille Christie, looking for the orange cleated wonder, and Maddie Phillips. She's streaking down this near sideline, trying to check it back to the middle, looking for somebody there. Gets it towards the middle of the box, skitters through a couple of defenders. Chanticleers with a chance here. It's Day, and that one is lobbed up and over the net. And Maddie Phillips that time with a lot of space on this near sideline for our vantage point, on the far sideline for you watching at home. And she was nearly able to cross that one to a Chanticleer. It went through one shot and to that back post. And Ashley Day didn't have a real clear shot on it, but just tried to put it on net, and it just didn't come through for the Shots.
Well, the first thing you want to do if you're Coastal is you challenge this goalkeeper who's coming off the bench. She's obviously going to be on her heels a little bit after watching the first half and not participating in it. You come at her, you challenge her, and see if you can take advantage of the new goalkeeper.
Stepping into the play that time, Fia Johnson, a good move by her to keep the offense alive for the Shots. Left foot gets through and into Stern's left toe. Right-footed shot this time. It'll go to the right side of the post, and it's handled by the new keeper, Jessie May.
And Stern had a lot of room. You hear Coach Hogan over here saying, keep on going. After she stutter stepped to the left, went to the right, she created so much room for her. She had an entire channel up ahead if she wanted to work with that room, maybe create a pass or even just get a better look for herself. You'd like to see her do that on that attempt, but here we go. Coastal trying one more time to get it back down.
I think she was surprised that she had the ball in the first place, because Fia Johnson, with some fancy moves, was able to sidestep a defender and try to rocket it through cleanly, but it went off a defender for HighPoint and somehow found its way to Christina Stern, who was just waiting for it. And now HighPoint, good fronted action that time from Maddie Phillips. Near sideline, played out of bounds off of HighPoint. Skladany or Phillips will have the toss in here. 40-37 remaining in this contest, in regulation at least, is now Maddie Phillips. Toss in, stays in bounds. Fia Johnson going to hustle to that one. Goes off of her shoulder. Played off the head of Camille Christie. Christie steps into the action. High Point's going to win that battle. Janae Whitaker with a header, and a chance here forming for High Point. Quickly dispelled, though, by Coastal Carolina. That time, Maddie Phillips taken down. Whistle finally blows. As stepping into her that time was Becca Hemby. The Chanticleers will benefit from that whistle. In the first half, the shots were whistled, I thought, way more than High Point. And here we come out in the second half, and a couple of times already High Point has been whistled for their aggressive play.
Danny will clear this away back to Stern. She's been able to do a lot so far. She goes down. We'll see how they rule it. It'll be a foul. Coastal will have a free kick. We'll see if they get this up to Camille Christie, who has a great leg on her, and that's what they will do.
Yeah, Christie had a great ball played earlier in the first half that nearly was able to find a Chanticleer waiting in front of the net. And a nice job by Cockle-Reese. We'll see what happens here with Christie. That one a low line drive, curling its way towards the top of the 18, and it's going to be rocketed right back towards midfield. And Wagner finds herself in a foot race with Whitaker. Whitaker's going to win that battle. It's Skladany and Phillips on the flank defensively for the Chanticleers. Whitaker steps in. Good job by Wagner to get back on that and dispossess Whitaker from the ball. And that shot is going to sail well wide.
And how fast is Whitaker? We saw it early on in the first half on the other end of the field. Now she's one-on-one. Cami Skladany will be having nightmares about that matchup here tonight.
Yeah, but you know what? Whitaker did beat Wagner to the ball, but then Wagner never quit on the play and sneaks in.
Absolutely, and that's a young player for this Coastal team. A veteran move, though, to continue with that play.
Well, here's the strike on the corner. High towards the near post, and that one not a successful kick from the corner. And the Chanticleers will celebrate on their bench as they'll have a chance to get it out towards midfield and even further. 38-14 remains in regulation. Chanticleers lead courtesy of the Casey Kelly goal on a beautiful cross from Christina Stern. 9th goal of the season for Casey Kelly. And you said, just watching that replay, that it was just a special, special moment for her.
And how similar is this game to that Campbell game we just saw a few nights back? Coastal with the 1-0 lead. We talked about how they need to get more than that. This is an identical situation, obviously against a much better team in High Point, though.
There's Stern off the left foot. Played out. High Point trying to come up with something here, and a good job by the Chanticleers with Kelly. Nobody home for the shots on the right side, but giving it a run is Casey Kelly, and that's going to be played out of bounds by Amy Birch. She just elected to knock it out of play to keep Kelly off the ball.
And I'm not sure who this was defensively for the shots over here, but a good move by them. Instead of getting possession and clearing it away and panicking, they kind of paused and they flanked it out over here, and it set up this play for Coastal.
And we've seen good patience by the Chanticleers here this afternoon, much more so than that Campbell game a couple of nights ago. This ball played towards the midfield line. Whitaker is there. Battling for it is Cami Skladany, and she's going to tow it out of play.
Cami Skladany having a good day for the shots. One of these seniors on this team, the 6 of them again. Ashley Day, Morgan Thomas, Anna Lowe, Cami, Allie Morin, and also Maggie McGavin celebrating their senior day here for Coastal. They've seen a lot. They've seen the losses, the coaching changes, the 2-win seasons. Now they have a little bit of a streak that they put together, and they're hoping to not only get into the Big South tournament but also host a game. And I've talked to all these seniors. I talk to them all the time. They want to win the Big South tournament. That's one of their goals as a team, and they really want it bad. And I don't think you get as much of that with a team that is a little younger. 6 seniors on your team, you're not going to go out easy.
No, absolutely not. There's a lot of fight in this crew, and what a turnaround it has been from a season ago when they posted just 2 wins in that W column. And here this year it's been just a fantastic kind of Cinderella story for these girls. As you said, I mean, the turnover in the coaching staff, that was really just a bullet they had to bite, and they were able to come through that for the better.
I mean, you just talk about half the battle of college athletics is when you're in a season, you want to know what you're doing, you want to expect what you want to know what you're going to practice for, and expect everything that's going to happen. I was talking to one of the seniors, Ashley Day, and she said, I've had 3 different coaches, 3 different preseasons, and she went into a preseason last year. She goes, I don't even know what to expect in this preseason.
Right.
You know, and it's tough to handle as a college athlete when you're trying to balance everything outside of athletics as well.
Right, and you get comfortable with the coaching staff that you are around forever. I mean, on the flip side, the men, there's been no worry or concern with that for the longest time with Sean Docking. And with the women having to face those coaching changes, and I mean, I think, again, they've come out on the better end of it all. It didn't take them long to buy into Coach Hogan's system, and we've seen it work to just unbelievable lengths this year. Here's Fia Johnson, right side, crosses in front of the net, getting a foot on that one, and out of play it goes. Was Kelly having to step up into the play that time was the new keeper, Jessie May.
It has to be so tough for an opponent to be able to account not for only everybody offensively. Maddie Phillips came up and she made that play happen. She created that opportunity for the shots. What a through ball, and a good job. Talk about discipline all day long. Discipline to stay on sides for Fia Johnson.
Well, here's Fia Johnson with the corner, and that one just rolls out of play.
I think Fia would like to have that back. You don't see that a lot.
Have a mulligan here with 34 minutes remaining in regulation. But yeah, I mean, that was a great play to move forward for the Chanticleers offensively, and Maddie Phillips was really the spark that started that one. And a nice ball played up front to Fia Johnson, and a cross by Johnson that nearly found its way into the back of the net off the foot of Kelly, who was able to plant one against the twine earlier. Here's Skladany. Whitaker just a couple of feet behind her. HighPoint trying to turn this ball upfield. Awkward play that time. Hemby goes down, does the splits, and loses possession of the ball, and now the Chanticleers force it back upfield. Kelly is there. HighPoint just calmly sends it right back out of play. A throw in upcoming, and here's a Coco checking in for the Chanticleers.
See Coco come in. She came in about this time in the first half as well. Give Ashley Day some rest and get her back in for the last 10 minutes or so in this one. And Coastal looking for that second goal, and like we said early on, continuing to pressure this HighPoint Panthers team.
And I think last year you saw a team in the Chanticleers that they were playing on their heels a lot. I mean, they were being forced back, and there was no offensive rhythm at all. And possession-wise, you just never knew what you were going to get from night to night. This year, it has been a nice possession game that they've been able to play, and you see the offense really clicking here, especially late when it matters the most. The 4-game winning streak has really been offensive laden.
And I even think you could go back to the beginning of the season. Coastal had those same exact things happening as they did last year. Go back to the beginning of the season, and they didn't really have that offensive rhythm, and now they're slowly starting to get it. And I think the biggest thing.
Here's Stern all alone, the shot, and it's saved by May, and that time a beautiful ball played by Kelly, crossfield to Stern. And Stern, I think maybe if she steps back and takes a little bit more time with that, maybe gets a better angle, but that was played right into the mitts of May.
Going back to Coastal and offensive rhythm, any sport you talk about, whether it's soccer or last year we saw it with our baseball team, you have to find your starting lineup that you want to go into every single game, and then find out who you want to take off the benches. Our baseball team struggled with that last year a lot. You got to make a puzzle, and you put the puzzle together, and once you get it, you're going to put that lineup out there every day, and they get comfortable with each other. And you see the same exact subs coming off the bench. Just because Okoko scored last game didn't mean she was starting. She still came off the bench.
Oh, absolutely. Exactly. A lot of it is comfort level here. Wagner, a good defensive play. We've called her name a number of times. A couple of great moments for her in this contest. None better than the one where she chased Whitaker down from behind and took away what could have been a scoring opportunity. Morgan Thomas, one of the half-dozen seniors here on Senior Day, will check back in for the Chanticleers. Stern will come out. Stern the assist on the Kelly goal in that first half that gave the Chanticleers the 1-0 edge, and that's where we stand right now. Here's Skladany. Whitaker will win that fight for just a moment. Left foot taps it into the 18. And out of play it goes. That'll wind up being a corner kick. Or will it?
Looks like it'll be a goal kick.
They're going to have a goal kick upcoming. Thought maybe it had gone off of a Chanticleer. Instead, they said it went cleanly off of HighPoint. And with 30-15 remaining in the second half, it'll be Spencer to step into this one.
I think we have to send that first goal, Casey Kelly, into Sports Center. Have to talk to Chad Welker about that with your audio. It's in the net. It's in the net. I didn't expect it either. Did not expect it. I did not expect it.
Might have been a butchered call.
No way. I love it. The element of surprise.
It was just a nice cross from Stern. And again, I don't think anybody thought that that one had a chance to find its way and sneak in. Hop through. Chad Welker says he knew the whole time.
Monday morning quarterback.
That's right. Easy to say that now. Here's a Coco. Left foot. That one, she couldn't get through all the way without being deflected by the defense. And it's an easy play by May.
So far, so good for the new keeper for HighPoint as well in the second half.
Yeah, she's been tested a couple of times, but none that have been too scary. As the Chanticleers had a chance from Kelly, had also a chance from Stern. May has risen to the challenge each time now. 29 minutes approaching here in the second half. Coastal Carolina, we mentioned today's senior day, the final home game of the regular season. We hope it's not the final home game of the year in total because, of course, they're fighting for that playoff position. Coastal will be on the road at Charleston Southern in a few days on the 23rd, a 3 p.m. start. And they will finish the regular season on the road down in the Charm City as this one into the corner. It goes from HighPoint. Crosser this time. Whitaker was there, and a good job, Spencer. Aggressive move that time to beat Whitaker to the ball, scoop it up off the grass, and she'll pound this one out towards midfield.
And if this game right now, we have 28 minutes left. If we're still looking at this scoreboard and it's 1-0 Coastal, we're talking about 10 minutes left, under 10 minutes left. This will get intense here at CCU Soccer Field.
Big collision this time on the far sideline is down to the turf for HighPoint that time. Went Taylor Parker. Now we're going to have a corner upcoming. It will be Parker on the corner.
And here we go. If you're HighPoint, you have to start taking advantage of these opportunities. And you see their coach is standing now for the first time.
Here it is, arcing its way towards the net, and Spencer is there. Able to snare it out of the sky, and she'll have an opportunity to get her troops right back downfield.
And Spencer's doing the right thing, setting it up. She punts this ball away. Good distance and elevation on it. Gives her team some time to get set offensively. And here it is, Fia Johnson once again involved.
She's going to run out of room here as it goes across the line. And Chanticleers will have to retreat here. Toss in, quickly getting it in. And right back out of play. That time just kind of a breakdown. Jenny Butler thought she had her teammate streaking up the sideline. That was Sam Versalino. And Versalino didn't budge. So Butler just missed on the pass. And Coastal will benefit from that as now can you turn that mistake into an opportunity. Coco now chasing that one down towards the corner. Sidesteps it out of play, does HighPoint. And another throw in. It comes from Maddie Phillips.
So once again, Coastal taking advantage of these throw-ins, marching down the sideline similar to what we saw over here in the first half.
Phillips to a Coco on the toss in. Double team there. Tries to battle her way through. Tried to do a little swim move to get around the defense there. And she's wondering, what do I have to do to get a whistle? And she was being sandwiched that time. And Okoko sandwich. Right, the noon time start. We're making everybody hungry here.
The nicknames that come from this broadcast
are awful.
Awful, horrendous.
26 minutes remaining in regulation.
And the orange cleated wonder.
Oh boy.
Opposed to the regular cleated wonders, I guess.
I guess, you know.
I don't know about the orange that makes it wonderful, but it's
She's
there.
the only one with the orange on. You can pick her off from a mile away as she taps this one with the orange cleats up to Okoko. Out of play it goes, and a throw in upcoming from
The
Wonder.
orange cleated one.
She gets it in. A
Oh.
takedown that time from HighPoint as skidding down to the turf goes Fia Johnson after she was bumped down by Kitty Harris.
If only Maddie Phillips knew that half of our broadcast was about her cleats. What an investment that was.
We're a big fan. Right?
What an investment.
The Orange Cleated Fan Club has
Here's
here
Camille Christie.
She's been striking the ball so well as of late, and we'll see if she can come through and connect this time. High arcing drive towards the net, almost headed into the back that time. A takedown, no whistle blows that time, as Butler was able to lay the smackdown on a would-be Chanticleer offensive attack.
No complaint from the Chanticleer bench.
No,
so.
there wasn't any. So I guess, what do we know? We're only good for nicknames. Here comes Phillips. Phillips looking for a teammate, trying to find that far back post. Good job around the defense as she was able to toe tap through, was looking for Okoko coming in from the flank, and Okoko got walled off. Couldn't get to it in
And you're
time.
going to see that a lot with a player like Maddie Phillips. She's so good at finding that channel and getting the ball